What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Career Mode. This is episode number 38, and we start today's episode off with the board coming to us saying that our scout future star, our youth player, wants to cancel his contract because he hasn't been offered a pro contract yet. And I was sitting there thinking, wow, that's kind of annoying, isn't it? Because obviously, a scout future star usually has more higher potential than what you could usually get from using the scout system yourself, or as far as I'm aware, that's how it works, or at least it used to work anyway. But to be honest, I've seen so many comments from people saying don't promote your scout future star or any youth player until May or next season because apparently they lose lots of attributes or something. So I don't really know what to do because, I don't want to promote him and then everyone go, oh, you idiot, why didn't you wait until May to promote him? Why didn't you wait until this month or that month? Because apparently if you promote him before the end of the season, he doesn't get his potential boost. Apparently you can get potential boosts if you keep them in there for long enough. I don't really know the youth system that well, although I've had some fantastic youth sort of new gens or regens, whatever you want to call them, new gens obviously, coming through the youth scouting system you can do in FIFA. Last year in my last career mode, of course, notable players like Marcano and Richard Gape. I've had some awesome players. I still don't know it in and out. I don't know every single thing about it, so if I am doing something wrong, feel free to comment it, and I'll try and improve, because obviously I was completely terrible. As anyone who watched my career modes before, I was completely terrible when it came to youth scout. I didn't know what I was doing, but I got a lot better because I read your comments and you guys helped me improve. So if you have any comments and any suggestions on how to improve with the youth scout stuff, then let me know and I'll be sure to check it out. But anyway, as this will be Saturday morning for you guys, let's do a double upload today. I wasn't actually planning to do a double upload today, but I was thinking I might do this weekend just one video each day on Saturday and Sunday, but I thought, nah, maybe we can do a double upload today. So if we can get to 500 likes on this morning's video, then I will upload another episode of Career Mode later. So if you can put 500 likes on this episode, I will upload another episode of Career Mode for you later on tonight. Let's see if we can do 4 videos of Career Mode this weekend. Let's have 4 episodes of Career Mode. So yeah, 500 likes and episode 39 will be uploaded later tonight. But anyway, we took on Wigan for the first game of the episode, and Wigan, as you would have seen in the table, are virtually relegated. They sit bottom of the table with about 9 points. They are basically relegated. Of course, they are one of the 3 sides that came up with us last year, so they're playing absolutely terribly at the moment. But it was all Wigan in the first 10 minutes. 2 real chances for Geraldo there, but he missed them both, so still 0-0. But our best chance came in the 19th minute. Carrasco cut onto his right foot here from the left flank, takes aim from just outside the area, but Ali Al-Habsi makes the save, and then Kelvin's cross-come shot was saved as well, so still 0-0. But in the 43rd minute here, another great chance for us. Ryan Gould takes aim on the half volley, but puts the ball just over the bar. So a pretty balanced first half. I was expecting to dominate, but it was a really balanced first half. But just before the half-time whistle went, Ben Watson was onto the ball, chipped it over the top here. Great chance for Wigan. Eventually the cross comes in. It's over the top of everyone, and Geraldo sneaks in at the far post and gives Wigan the lead here on the stroke of half-time. So Wigan 1, Millwall 0. The ball just sailed over Nyland's head, and it was a simple finish at the far post. So Wigan had a shock lead, and in the 62nd minute, James Purchase onto the ball down the right hand side, gives it to Callum McManaman. He ends up getting the ball past Fabricio, I think it was, rolls it inside, back to Perch. The ball comes to Espinoza, who shoots. His first one is blocked by Gutierrez, but the second one finds the back of the net, and it's Wigan 2, Millwall 0. So I came into this game thinking, yep, simple win for us. I know we're not playing well in the league at the moment, but a simple win. Wigan are basically relegated. But with just over an hour on the clock, it was Wigan 2, Millwall 0, and we were all over the place. But straight from kickoff, I was like, I'm not having this. Kelvin goes down the left-hand side, just beats every single Wigan player, waits for Dongu to get himself into the box. He crosses the ball in, and he finds the former Barcelona striker to make it Wigan 2, Millwall 1. So straight after conceding, we get ourselves back in the game. And in the 69th minute, Wigan are through again here. It's our former left-back Shane Lowry who gives the ball away. Eden Nilsson wins it, rolls it through to Kelvin, who got the assist for the first goal. Kelvin takes on Ivan Ramis, beats him there with the Berber spin, gets onto his left foot, shoots, but it's just wide of the post. So 20 minutes to go, still Wigan were holding on for a big win in their season, because they don't have much else to celebrate this year, but it was still Wigan 2, Millwall 1. But in the 80th minute here, just a hoof up the pitch from us, really, goes all the way through to Dongu, runs through one-on-one, shoots, but Ali Al-Habsi tips the ball over the bar. So sadly, the goalkeeper was really playing quite well. We just couldn't seem to get our second goal and equaliser, and from the corner it's headed in, and somehow at the far post, Carrasco can only hit the post, and it's kept out by Ali Al-Habsi, and that is how the game finishes. So the DW Stadium is celebrating, and that's like the first time or possibly the second time this season. I cannot believe we lost to Wigan. We've been beaten by them. We lost 2-1. And I was absolutely furious. The game reminded me of a game in the Premier League a few years ago between Portsmouth and Hull, when Portsmouth were basically relegated already, and they beat Hull by 3 goals to 2 at Fratton Park. And obviously Hull are trying to scrap and keep themselves in the Premier League. Portsmouth were basically relegated, yet they still got the win, because they were playing for pride, obviously. And it reminded me of that game. Although we're going to relegated, they still beat us, and basically, you know, we're trying to scrap and keep our season alive. We're going to basically down, but they still want to play for pride, and that's what they did. They beat us, and I was like, oh god, everything's going wrong. And as if things couldn't get worse, straight after the game, I offered a contract to our scout future star, and the day after, he terminates his contract. So that is just as low as it gets. He says that he's not happy. He says he wants a new contract. So I say, okay, I'll give you a new one. Here's a pro contract, you know, maybe following the footsteps of Gutierrez. He's already a first team player now. And he says no. He says, I'm not having it. I want to leave the club. So that's just... everything is going wrong right now. We're just falling apart, man. You know, we haven't won a league game since early February. Although we're into the FA Cup semi-finals, things just look so bleak for us at the moment. And, you know, losing to Wigan, definitely one of the low points of the series so far. That was an embarrassing defeat. Definitely the most embarrassing defeat so far in the series. And then our scout future star, what a waste of credits that is. Our scout future star terminates his contract a day after we offer him a pro one. That is just ridiculous. So... that is really, really frustrating. But we come into this game against Sunderland here. They sit in 16th place with 26 points. We take them on at the Stadium of Light. So it's a big, big game, you know. I mean, Wigan are basically relegated. But this game against Sunderland, this is... I wouldn't call it a 6-pointer per se, but it's definitely a huge game for us. And, well, we got off to the worst possible start, didn't we? Just 12 minutes in, Josie Altidore, the American, gets onto the ball and half volleys it in to the back of the net, in off the post. No chance for Nyland. What a real shame for us, because 12 minutes in, I mean, I was coming into this game thinking we could possibly get a win and sort of, you know, kickstart our season for the rest of the year. But sadly, there's nothing that Nyland can do. It's a great finish, and he's beaten again. So it's Sunderland 1, Millwall 0. Really bad start for us as Altidore gets the goal. But in the 15th minute, Carrasco's onto the ball here. Chips it over the top towards Kelvin. It's up in the air. And, well, I started Michael Ngoo in this game. He got his first Premier League start, and he also gets his first Premier League goal. So Ngoo gets the finish. It's a really good finish as well. He dispossesses the Sunderland defender and puts it into the bottom corner. Of course, Kim Ojo and Dongu, like, I brought in those two strikers for 1,200,000, I think it was, plus Andy Keogh, and they haven't really done much this year. But Michael Ngoo, whenever he's got on a pitch, he's looked quite good. So I thought, you know what, I'll give him a start. I'll give him a start and see what he does, and that is a wonderful finish. So it's Sunderland 1, Millwall 1, and I've been asking for a goal scorer. It turns out I already had one, Michael Ngoo. Why didn't I play him? But 1-1 here, and in the 27th minute, a nice piece of passing releases Seb Larsson against his former club. Chips over the top to Kelvin. What a great first-time ball, and Bentaleb caps off one of the team goals of the season. What a great finish. And I'm just sitting there thinking, crisis? What crisis? Fantastic finish by Bentaleb after a really nice team move. He's played through, and that's our holding midfielder on loan from Spurs. He runs through and chips the ball over Kieran Westwood. That's a great finish by Bentaleb, and a great ball by Kelvin, a great pass from Seb Larsson, and just a lovely team goal there. So Sunderland 1, Millwall 2, but on the half an hour mark, Sunderland are through again. Altidore goes through, looking for his second goal of the game, but he ends up hitting the post. So we're still 2-1 up here and playing well, and on the stroke of half time, Larsson's over a free kick, crosses the ball in towards Brian Carrasco, who heads the ball just wide. So he's been a little bit inconsistent for a while now. You know, he got off to such an amazing start. He's been playing so well, but you know, of late he's been quite average, and sadly he headed the ball wide there. But another goal for Josie Altidore, sadly in the 47th minute. He was played through there and he smashed the ball into the back of the net. So Sunderland 2, Millwall 2. We're back on level terms, and in the 55th minute, another great chance for Carrasco. He volleys it, but it just goes wide of the post. So still 2-2, and we were doing everything we could to nick that winner, but sadly Sunderland were holding firm. But in the 82nd minute, another great chance for us. Eden Nilsson is down the right hand side. He's got all the space in the world. Cuts into his left foot. Gives the ball to Frimpong. Frimpong finds Ngoo. Lovely build up there. Frimpong comes through, but his shot is well saved by Westwood. And with 7 minutes to go, it was still 2-2. But in injury time, in the 90th minute, we give away a penalty there. I cropped out a bit too much footage, so sorry about that. But I began to bring out Nyland, then I realised he wasn't going to get to the ball, and Fabricio of a clumsy challenge there. Oh, it was a bit of a debatable one as well, because the Sunderland players seemed to, you know, actually miskick the ground and then fall over, but I guess there was a little bit of contact. You can see why the referee gave it, but to be honest, I was furious. I was absolutely livid at that penalty getting given. Fletcher stands over the ball, a great chance for Sunderland to hit the winner. He stutters and puts the ball down and it he puts the ball down the middle. So Sunderland 3, Millwall 2, and in injury time, Sunderland stole all 3 points. So I was absolutely gutted because the penalty, like I said, it was such a debatable penalty. Like, I mean, I'm trying to say it was a penalty because I don't want to sound like I'm being biased, but to be honest, like, he kind of kicked the ground and then fell over. So as Eden Nilsson consoles Fabricio there, says, don't worry about it, mate. But yeah, I was really annoyed, you know, because I don't think it was a penalty, to be honest. I can see why the referee give it, but it is, I don't know. I guess it's 50-50, let's just say that. But yeah, Sunderland sadly get the win. They win by 3-2. That absolutely sucks. And we just can't get any points on the board at the moment. We are struggling so much, and it is not good news for us. We then go ahead and reject the international management offers because I'm not interested in managing a nation like that. I'm waiting for, you know, a big nation at the moment. And we do take on Everton for the third and final game of today's episode. So taking on Everton at the Den. And of course, we had a really weak side as well. Only 2 players from the side that lost away at the Stadium of Light started this game. Those were our goalkeeper Nyland and our fullback, right back Eden Nilsson, because we do have the FA Cup semi-final against Manchester City on the weekend at Wembley. So that at the moment is more important to us because, you know, even though we're losing games and not playing well in the league, the teams below us are barely getting any points. So I still think we're safe. You know, I mean, touch wood, obviously. I still think we're safe, despite the fact we keep losing these games. So, you know, I mean, I'm sitting there probably a bit of overconfidence, really. Could come back to haunt us, but to be honest, right now I think we're going to be safe. And despite this poor league form, I think we'll be okay come the end of the season. But we took on Everton, and sadly for us, we had the first chance of the game in the 4th minute, but Ojo hits the bar, so it's just not working for him, is it? But it's still 0-0. And in the 35th minute, Ross Barkley finds Kevin Morales, and the Belgians' shot was well saved by Nyland, so still 0-0. But in the 38th minute here, PNR finds Ross Barkley. They come through again. It's PNR onto the ball, finds Ross Barkley, but his shot is blocked by Paul Robinson, getting a rare start for us in this game, so still 0-0. And in the 45th minute, Ryan Gould's onto the ball, plays a great ball over the top to Kim Ojo, who takes on Leighton Baines down the right-hand side here, beats him with the fake shot, shoots with his left foot, it's blocked, but it comes straight back to him, and finally Kim Ojo finds the back of the net. It's been a while since I've been able to say that, but Kim Ojo does put the ball into the back of the net and scores to make it Millwall 1, Everton 0 on a stroke of half time. It's a big goal as well in the season, it really is, because although it's not a big game at the bottom of the table, you know, for us with the league form we've been showing, it's been really, really bad. And even though I do believe we'll be safe come the end of the season and not have to wait until the final day to see if we'll be staying up, it's still a big goal for us because we've been playing so bad. We need to get some points on the board and we need to get some confidence back. So Millwall 1, Everton 0. Kim Ojo gets the goal and we go 1-0 up in this game. But in the 65th minute, a great chance for Everton to get the equalising goal. Jelavic is onto the ball, finds Ross Barkley, who's having a good game for Everton, rolls it through to PNR, who shoots, and a combination of Beavers and Nyland stop him, and it's still Millwall 1, Everton 0. And that is how the game finishes. So great news for us. We finally get a win in the league. It's been a while. We finally get the win. And as always, guys, a big thank you for watching today's video. Don't forget, if you can get 500 likes on today's video, I'll upload some career mode later. So 500 likes for another episode of career mode later on tonight. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow. But hopefully tonight, 500 likes. Let's get another episode of career mode out later tonight.